what would you say to this guy if he was watching this right now?
I mean, you're an asshole because you lost.
Welcome, everyone. Talking Feds faithful to yet another brand spanking new episode of Talking Feds. I, as you know, am the one and only, the great Danny Meltzer, here with my boy Nate Dogg and my broadcasting partner Luke, who has been putting out some bangers lately, haven't you, Luke? These parts to Money in the Bank, huh? These classics incoming. What do you got to say about that?
We got the first two parts of Money in the Bank out. Very good to have you back on commentary again.
Yes. It's good to be back. I miss that place, man. I miss the arena. I miss the electricity, the fire burning into the people's eyes as they watch all this madness unfold in front of them in the squared circle.
Yeah, so first part, we had Jay White going on against Kenny Omega. First time using the new Jay Whitehead skin that I bought. I think Angelo did some modifications to it because it was kind of big or whatever. What do you guys think about that custom Jay Whitehead?
The new one?
I think that looks really nice. I really like the Kenny, the custom. That was freaking awesome.
As for the
the Jay White looked really good.
As for the Jay White, I kind of feel like you said the problem with the last one is that it was too big.
I mean, the head how we originally bought it, because this is like a 3D printed Jay White head that I'm using now.
See, because I thought you guys changed the head because of the hair on the old one. Because I think I remember one time I saw it, like one of the hair pieces, it was just broken off.
Yeah. No. I bought that head a while ago, and we were, trying to figure out how to go with it because there were some issues with it, and Angelo ended up fixing it. And now I think it looks pretty good. Looks better, in my opinion, than the old custom Jay Whitehead skin that we had. So 3D printed is always a good thing. Yeah. And then, like Nathan mentioned, we had the Ultimate Edition Kenny Omega. I mean, when I saw the Ric Flair come out, I really thought we got to just try to make an Ultimate Kenny Omega. And I think it turned out pretty well. And it was actually really fun to pose with too. So
I bet.
Yeah.
Butterfly joints are just beautiful to have on any figure ever. They provide so much range of motion, and it makes everything look way more realistic than no butterfly joints. So
the worst thing with a figure is like when you're trying to grab someone's head and you got to put the two arms together with the posing, and they don't go all the way in where they can grab the head. Like I'm experiencing that with the Eric Rowan figure and the Bray Wyatt figure doing this new War Games match. It's the worst. So the butterfly joints are really, really good.
Yeah. And you know what? I think, since WWE, I think they found out, or Mattel, rather, I should say, we're looking at AEW figures. They were giving us double jointed elbows since the beginning, and they were charging as much as like elites at the time, until like now. I think elites go for like less than $20 now, like $15, I think now, at like if you go to Walmart, or at least that's my experience. I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to that, I think Mattel kind of noticed, and they started to put butterfly joints on their Ultimate Editions to try and justify the $30 mark rather than the $20 mark. And now I'm saying that if AEW wants to, or Jazzwares, they want to up the ante, put them butterfly joints in them unrivaled figures, and then boom, that will be great. And it's a win-win situation for all of us involved. That's that the whole money-making thing, that's their problem. All we get is just fantastic figures. Hopefully, once you fix the balls, Jeremy.
I think what they need to focus on first is stiffening up the plastic, because the plastic is super soft and cheap on the AEW figures. And if you add the butterfly joints on the AEW figures, just going to be flopping all over the place because a lot of the figures are already super loose in the legs. Add more articulation, it's going to be way more loose.
Fix this. You got to fix it, Jeremy. Fix it or no money. That's my actually no, people are going to buy this shit anyway. Luke, any more comments on that? You had two parts. That's Kenny and Jay. What about good old Jushin Liger, the guy who I got rich off of, versus Rey Mysterio and Rey Fenix?
Yeah, I just wanted to finish off about the Kenny and Jay match. I really enjoyed filming that one, and I especially loved the finish, like how Jay White kind of baited Kenny Omega in. I really liked that, so I was really happy how that came out.
Yeah, really told the story of how cerebral Jay White actually is in terms of like his ring IQ and everything. It seems like he's done his homework, in regards to Kenny Omega, and just figured out a way to beat him in that point in time. And Kenny Omega really seems like the emotionally driven guy on a mission to revenge. And maybe he let that get the better of him at the end of the match. He wasn't aware. He wasn't more on his feet about things. And Jay White took advantage of that to retain the Intercontinental Championship. So what does this mean? What does this mean for Kenny? Is he just going to go down even farther down the rabbit hole?
Yeah, I mean, he lost the first match. That was a cash-in granted, but now he lost this match to Jay White. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Kenny still is not quite done yet with AJ Styles, so we got to see what happens there. But to move on to the second match that you mentioned, this was pretty much just I would say kind of a little bit of a filler match that I wanted to do, but it was really fun to do. I kind of want to bring Rey Mysterio and Rey Fenix together as a tag team. I feel like we came up with like a couple cool moves for them together, and I feel like they would do a really cool tag team. And obviously you always gotta, if you do these full shows, you don't want to go like balls to the walls in every match, so it's kind of hard sometimes. You kind of need to pace yourself
back.
Yeah, so this is where Nathan has it differently, because he always does this one match and it's like all crazy and stuff. The whole show version, you gotta pace yourself a little better. And I thought it was a good second match on the card to get ready for the next big match that is coming up very soon.
Oh yeah, what is the next match on the card, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, it's going to be the Stage Creator and MDT against Corbin and Ziggler match.
I'm ready.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
You gotta get backstage. You gotta
Back in the game.
Finish your catering. Get your shit. Get your jumping jacks ready. Get that all over with, because now it's go time, baby. It's time to put your money where your mouth is. I'm talking about everyone in this match, not just Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin. I'm talking about you and Trey, who, by the way, is not here right now because of scheduling issues. All right. So in case anyone was wondering why we weren't hearing Trey's voice, is because he could not make it today. Hopefully he can just stop by later in this episode like Luke did last time, but I wouldn't count my chickens about that just yet. But as far as that's concerned, I am excited probably more than anyone else here, because two YouTubers, something that's supposed to be a joke, according to Dolph Ziggler's words, is happening right now. And, I've seen Nathan go at it with a lot of people in his fed, but I never seen Trey that much. I only seen one match or a couple matches from that guy, earlier. He won against Ricochet. He had a good showing at the Royal Rumble, but when he needed it the most, he lost to Dolph Ziggler. And to be fair, it was by unfair means. But now the whole table has been turned, because now everything is on an even playing field. So one can only imagine what's going to happen there. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's my wheelhouse, man. Hardcore.
Yeah,
that's what I know. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show MDT how it's done. We're going to work together and we're going to beat some ass. We're going to come out with the win.
But can you guys stay on the same page? That's the big question.
I'm sure we can. Yeah. We're great friends.
Okay. No, I'm not.
Wait, do you have some doubts for us?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's the most important thing if you want to be a tag team with somebody, you got to
I
be on
know.
the same page. You know, you can't just go willy-nilly and just
We-
throw a bunch of dudes together and think
Yeah.
and hope that it sticks.
We got to work out the chemistry for sure. This is going to be our first match together, but I think we're on the same page. We just want, it's going to be a fight, man. There's
Yeah.
no technical tag team wrestling here. There's no strategy. We're
not.
just going to go in there, throw hands.
I hope
and
not.
just
Yeah. That,
beat the hell out of him.
That technical bullshit just bores the hell out of me. So yeah, you better give me
Yeah,
a
man.
show. Give these people a show. Do not disappoint, and don't disappoint each other. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta show Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler that they should have never ever accused you guys of being some fake phony YouTuber pieces of garbage trying to walk in their shoes. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what needs to happen.
I'm ready to prove myself, man. After what happened with me and Kevin Owens, you know, I got to prove myself. I got something to prove, and I'm a man on a mission, and this has to get done. I have to beat them.
Yes.
Whatever it takes.
Yes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. But you know, that's great. But speaking of you've gotten some stuff done recently too, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I just did the Shield versus Hurt Business match, which I love that match, and it's doing really well. People seem to really like it, and I'm doing. It's taken me a while to do, but War Games. Everyone's wanted War Games for so long, and finally it is here. War Games Shield Wyatt Family premiering live this Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific. Be there live, experience it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Holy shit, guys. I didn't even know there were that many time zones, but here's the thing. I am very excited to see that stuff, And who knows what's going to happen. That's the thing about WSC. You never know who's going to come out. You never know what kind of crazy bullshit that's going to happen in these crazy ass matches. You know, you're just there for the ride. It's like a nonstop roller coaster watching these videos and being enthralled in all of these storylines and these characters and these battles. But you know, but
I'll let you know. You should stay all the way to the end on this match. As always in WSC, more times than not, something happens at the end that's really cool, and something is going to happen at the end of this video that's really cool. So definitely stay all the way to the end, because I know a lot of people after the bell rings, they like to leave. Don't leave, man. Something always happens. Something cool. Just experience the rest of the video. And more on War Games. It's taken me a while to make it. I've just had this mental block. I just haven't been able to get in the zone. And it's been really weird. I took a bit of time to get sound effects. And hopefully, because I got those sound effects now, the next match, because I got it for the next match too, that hopefully I'll be able to smash that out quicker than I did this one. But yeah, it's been a real mental block and I haven't been able to get as much done. But now I'm in the zone. It's coming out. I've done more than half of it. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's really hard to film in those tiny rings, man.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine.
I was gonna ask you, like, how is it to film with that freaking, you know, that them kitty ass War Game play set? You know?
Yeah, the rings are small enough as it is, and if you get like a lot of weapons, a lot of people, it is a bit difficult. And also the real hard thing about it is balancing the figures when you have this spring-loaded ring, and this one is really spring-loaded, and it just like you can barely stabilize the figures on it because it's always moving up and down. It's not really steady, so it's pretty difficult.
I don't know. I just feel like once Mattel or whoever are making these real scale things, they finally make an actual War Games. That thing is going to be. That's probably going to be another crowdfunding thing. I'm actually willing to bet you that that's going to be the next crowdfunded project from Mattel, a War Games elite scale playset, and it's going to come with a lot of stuff.
But the Elimination Chamber that I did a match in with the basic ring, the ring was spring loaded, I believe, but it wasn't as bouncy as this one. This one like moves a lot. And you got these heavy ass like Luke Harper and Eric Rowan figures, and they're just like really hard to stabilize them on the ring. So that's been a little bit difficult, but you know, it's not too bad. I'm getting through it, and it should be out in time. It's going to be a lot of fun. But as you're talking about the crowdfunding, what would you like to see as the next crowdfunding?
Well, I would definitely love to see the War Games, but if that wasn't on the table, I would love to see a brand new Hell in a Cell. Maybe the red one. Maybe just the old one. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just taking all the spots here, but I'd love to see a War Games, and I'd love to see a new Hell in a Cell. Maybe like an old like Ruthless Aggression era type. You know?
Yeah.
I would really want a perfectly done Elimination Chamber. I feel like that's what we really need.
Oh yeah.
Because the War Games, if you want to put in money, you can kind of make a War Games with 2 rings, 2 cages from Wicked Cool Toys or whatever it is. I actually have two of those cages, so I could actually do a War. Yeah, I do. I feel like Hell in a Cell, you could always go with the Jax one, even on your other rings. So but like a perfectly done Elimination Chamber, like where you can actually put figures on the pots and stuff like that, would be my absolute dream.
Do you have the basic one? I absolutely love the basic one. Like just because all the other Elimination Chambers, the Jax one, they all have the pods in the middle, like on the side instead of behind the post. And that always irked the shit out of me. I always hated that. And to have one that's actually like realistic, except for like the full size of it, I thought it was really good. And I'm happy to film in that. But for me, I honestly like Hell in a Cell better than the Elimination Chamber. So for me personally, and especially with Deadly Games, I would want a Hell in a Cell new play set. I would want it like taller and more accurate, but that's just me. But what would you guys want, a red or a silver?
I think at this point it would make more sense if they did a red, just to try and differentiate.
Yeah, because we've never gotten that, I guess. Yeah.
As far as like stuff that we've got done goes, that goes for Lucas and Nathan. But don't forget about your boy Danny here. I'm still in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just the guy who edits this fucking podcast. I do my own thing. I just released an audio drama on Mandy Rose, right? She's getting her own story in FAW. And that video was not cheap to make. I'm telling y'all, these things take a lot of time and a lot of patience and definitely a lot of money. So guys, if you watch Birthday Bash and you were enthralled in the story of G-Man and Mandy Rose, please go and give that a watch. I would love to see it get to like at least 1,000 views. If it stopped at 1,000 views, I would be a happy camper, honestly. But yeah, Mandy Rose is the aftermath of Birthday Bash 22. She ran off from G-Man, who's her ex-boyfriend and such. And so, yeah, just go deep into the psyche of Mandy Rose and what she's feeling. She's probably got her own story. Everyone is the main character of their own story. So just get a deep dive into what she's thinking. But, that's that video.
I really enjoyed it again. You do a really great job with that. I feel like for the thumbnail, if you would change it to like the figure, Mandy Rose figure sitting somewhere in an area or something, I feel like you could easier get to the 1,000 views because people are just more likely to click on it if it's the figures for some reason. So I feel like you could definitely do that. But yeah, you do such a great job with the storytelling for these characters, and it really adds a lot to the fans understanding like why they are doing what they're doing. So yeah, and you're spending a lot of money on that, so
yes,
you're definitely outspending the money you're making on your channel. So definitely support Danny, leave him a like, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know if Nathan's watched it. I don't think so.
I watched it. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. And yes, I will take into the consideration that thumbnail. I don't know how I'm gonna make
I think that's true. That you should do a figure thumbnail.
I don't know how I'm gonna make it look exciting enough for people to click on it. That's the thing.
Do you have Sonya as well?
No, I don't.
Sonya with Mandy? Oh, damn.
No, I do not. That figure was like, I don't know, that was like something rare, right? When it came out.
I mean, you could get the basic. But yeah.
Basics are just gross to hold. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
They're statues at this point. Yeah. Sad.
The women's basics aren't that bad. They're bad, but they aren't that bad. They're not much different from the elites, other than the fact that they can do ankle articulation and they can move their diaphragms. But that's kind of just about it, honestly.
Yeah,
if I'm really being honest.
I don't think they're good at all. I just got in the other day, like new Rhea Ripley basic. I think it's some WrestleMania attire. It's like
Yeah, the Vegeta.
Oh yeah, the
She
white
barely
one.
moves. Yeah,
Bro.
white
I
blue.
don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that definitely needed to be an elite. That needed to be an elite 2-pack, honestly. And then they're doing Ember Moon, the new Ember Moon. That looks like garbage too. I'm gonna be honest with you. It should have just been an elite. But who am I to say all this? But as far as like videos that I've done, I'll definitely try to think of like a different thumbnail for that thing. But I don't know if anyone's watching this has figured it out yet, or maybe they were just a little late to the party. But I am working on Fed shows again. Now, is this a permanent? And now in this, if I don't know if this is a permanent thing, but it's going to be a thing that's going to last a couple of months. A few months. FAW and my buddy SWE. We're joining forces. We're combining our rosters and we're pitting our best superstars head to head. So if you follow my stuff and you follow Mike's stuff, that sounded hard to say. If you follow my stuff and you follow SWE's shows, please put down in the comments some dream matches you'd love to see, and I'll try to work on making those happen, people. We could see the return of Mil Muertes versus any deathmatch guy that was over there in Mike's Fed. We were robbed from Mil Muertes versus Mike Awesome at Birthday Bash. I know some people were excited for that. I know Luke was. I knew Luke was excited to see that match, Mil Muertes versus Mike Awesome. But now, who knows what can happen. So please stay tuned. We don't have a release date yet for the first episode, but I'm telling you guys, I am working diligently on this stuff as best as I can. And I'm working to make it not so much you got to read these promos. I'm trying to get voices for everybody who watches this stuff. And it's going to be a banger, dude. So far, this first episode is crazy. So be ready for that.
Yeah.
But
and I was surprised earlier when you told me like these things are going to be long. Like so far you were 40 minutes in.
Oh yeah. First episode is so far 40 minutes. So far, just about 40 minutes, maybe like 39 something, but basically 40 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely great watch there for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be, we're trying like the amount of episodes that we planned are so far right now, six episodes. And who knows if this is going to lead up to something big. I'm going to let you guys watch Get on the Ride, just go for the ride when it comes to this stuff. And see, so yeah, just leave me some suggestions for matches that you'd love to see. We already know G-Man has some beef with this guy named Scar, a dude from New York. He calls himself the real Ace, but G-Man got his revenge on him after what happened at Bloodsport. So who knows what's going to happen next? Who knows what's on the plate for G-Man? He could go anywhere he wants to at this point. He could go to WSC. He could go to GCW. I don't know. But as it is right now, FAW and SWE are joining forces. Get ready for the first episode. It's going to be a banger, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I feel like we also have some issues to talk about this week. Huh? Like, Nathan, you had some issues with WWE on your channel?
Yeah, the WWE is coming after WSC. They're watching my videos and they're trying to block some stuff. So WWE actually manually came and looked on my stuff and tried to block some of my videos featuring the Fiend because of the Fiend's like little Firefly Funhouse thing. And then the Firefly Funhouse match, one of my favorite matches, they like tried to block that video because it had some audio from the John Cena and Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse. So that sucks because I had to cut that video down. The promo segment and the Mandible Claw segment of the video got taken out, unfortunately. But yeah, WWE checking out my stuff, coming after me, trying to take some videos down. Luckily, they're not fully down, but unfortunately, the Firefly Funhouse match had to take a little bit of a hit.
Yeah, and that was my favorite video of yours.
So yeah, it's like my favorite video too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so surprising to me because these things usually don't happen like manually. I couldn't believe that they manually took it down because like you gotta imagine like a WWE employee goes in there, watches it, sees like all the effort that was put into that, it's like probably even helping them sell more action figures by people watching that, like thinking like, oh, I want to do something like that, and they block it. Unbelievable
not
to me.
sure about
it's ridiculous.
All of the politics behind that is just a blur to me. I never understood it. I never even cared to try to understand it, honestly. I just know that I try not to use the songs from the WWE soundtrack. I try to come up with new ones, try to find instrumentals, try to do everything in my power to try and avoid the copyright system. It's a battle in itself, that.
The thing with the Firefly Funhouse audio, I just didn't think you could get copyrighted for the wrestlers talking. And maybe it was the songs or like kind of the music behind what they were saying with the promo and the Mandible Claw. Or maybe it's just because they uploaded that match to their YouTube and now they can see like, oh, this match is what you have on your channel, so they can come find it and block it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. But I'm lucky that 500,000 people got to see the video in its entirety when it was up. So I'm grateful for that. And if they had taken it down when I tried to upload it first, I don't know what I would have done. So I'm glad that people got to see it how it was.
I don't know, man. It is worrying, the whole fact that apparently, how do you know they manually did it?
It says in the email that they send you.
Oh, geez. Dang.
Yeah.
I feel like manually could mean that, on your YouTube channel, you have like this section where they show you who used your content?
Yeah.
And they probably just had some geek click around on there and claim everything.
Yeah, but it's all Fiend stuff. So like they must have been searching for that or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe something with like, I don't know, him going to AEW. I don't know what it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. It could be the fact that he's releasing it's not there. I don't know. Then that would mean why the fuck would they even like copyright it if the Fiend isn't even their thing anymore? I don't know. It's all shaky to me. It's all a mystery. I have no idea how this stuff works. All I know is that if something gets copyrighted that I just uploaded, it's not getting the views like you guys are getting anyway. So like, why should I care enough to try and like, fight it? I'll just, okay, that's just a learning experience. I'll just do that, not do that next time. That's how I go about things.
I feel like that too. It's a learning experience. You find out what to do, what not to do. And one thing that kind of this whole situation brought up in my mind is how important is promos to action figure content on YouTube? Because I've always wanted to do more promos and have the wrestlers talking more. But if you try to do like WWE promos and stuff, what if they start copywriting that and everything, and then it just goes to waste? And do people even care about that? Do they want to see that, or do they just want to see the action? What do people actually want to see? Do they care about the promos? Do they not? Is it worth time actually doing it?
I think the masses, they want to just see crazy shit happening.
Like a GCW
like the hardcores, I feel like they like the additional storytelling, but the hardcores, they are like a very small fraction of the audience, probably about the people that are listening to this podcast right here. So
yeah, well, it's like pick fetters do like their subtitles and stuff, but me, I don't really like read the subtitles and everything in the pick fed stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure how many people actually do. And, you have people who watch these videos in different countries and stuff, and they maybe don't speak English either. So it just like, it makes you wonder, when people click on an action figure video, do they care to see promos, or they just want to see action figures fight?
Yeah.
You just have to kind of think of what the priorities are.
Making it to add to the story during commentary. That's a good thing, that we can do now that we all use commentary. So
I try to tell the stories. I tried to tell the stories physically and on commentary. But I also did want to do some more promo stuff. And I was thinking of doing more paid actor, voice actor work, but also, do people care? That's the thing. Like, It's like, do people care when they click on an action figure video? Are they expecting to see promos? Do they want to see promos, or do they just want to see the action? Are you wasting your time putting all this effort into the promos? Do people actually care? They're going to skip over it, you know? That's kind of a thing I'm thinking about now after this WWE blocked it. And, you know, I think in certain circumstances and stuff I personally would want to do, like I would like to do that, but should I put as much emphasis on it too? You know, it's just, you're just trying to think of what people actually want to see.
It really depends on your attitude on these things, because, you know, for me, I'm not really doing it for the money or the views, you know, like, yeah, the views are nice. It kind of tells you that people are watching, people do enjoy, but I already get enough of that as it is. You know, I'm very thankful for the very few who actually do decide to put the thumbs up or to comment on this thing. You know, one of my favorite comments were like someone talking about the story of Mandy, talking about like, oh man, I wonder what she's thinking about this. And you know, it tells me that people are interested in what I'm doing. That's what really matters to me. So I don't necessarily do the voice acting and the stuff like I did for Sammy Guevara. I did that because I just wanted to be different. I wanted to do something different that not a lot of other people were doing. You know, I realized I think someone like NLW, I think he does his own like promos and stuff with his own voice. I don't know. I think I saw like a clip of that, but you know, I wanted to take it a step further, have like actual actors make it be feeling like my grammar is just garbage right now.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. And so it really depends on like your attitude towards these things. You know, you guys, obviously you want to do what the masses will click on, you know, me, I'm just pretty much doing this for myself.
Well, it's like, it's also like, time is money, and like you're working hard on all this stuff, but are you really going to be like, is it really worth putting all this time into something that people don't actually really care that much to see? Or it's just like you could do more action instead of like doing the promos, and then it ends up getting blocked by WWE anyways. So it's like, what do you prioritize here? It's just like you gotta
find a balance. You know, of course you want to make like your audience happy, but then you also got to look at it like, you know, what will I personally look back in a year and think like, oh yeah, I'm happy I did this, even though like maybe the masses don't really care about that, but you know, I'm happy that I did that because I enjoy to have something like that in a fed. So
because,
you gotta find a balance. I feel.
Yeah, I want to respect the audience's time too. They're taking the time out of their day to click on my video and watch it. Do they care to see this promo? Are they just going to skip over it? And if so, why am I making the promo? You know, is it for my satisfaction, or is it for the people that I'm trying to entertain? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not really trying to do stuff for myself. I want to entertain other people. That's my priority.
Yeah, well, we all got our different priorities on that. You know, I got mine. So like I'm only doing this just to tell a story that I want to tell.
Yeah.
But for me,
I feel like I'm in the middle between you two. Like both of
For me, obviously this shit that I do is not cheap. Like that video right there that I made, the Mandy Rose thing, the art for it, $200. You know, $200 already. And not to mention the freaking voice acting. I think that was like $40 to $50, $250 that video cost, you know. Now I would like to have a lot of people watch it as much as they do Birthday Bash or Winter Slam, but I know that's not going to happen. But the thing is, it's like, I'm kind of content with that, you know, as far, and especially it's easy for me to say because like, I don't get a lot of money doing this yet, at least. So all that stuff is kind of like moot to me.
Yeah. Well, let's take an example too, because I did a video of the Hurt Business taking out the Shield. I think that was really cool, and I think it helped the story of the match as well. But I did a promo in there, and it's just you thinking, do people really care as much about this, or do they just want to see the match? So it's just I'm trying to give people what they want, and if they want me to just get to the match and not do this, then I would like to do that for them. That's just what I'm thinking, and I just want to be the best for my audience.
So what's your impression by gauging like the reaction of your audience? Do they want that kind of stuff, or would they rather just want like that straight on action?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. And like, you see, like, you know, if you did a promo video, it's not going to get as many views, but you have the video of the match, it gets more views. But a lot of people hadn't seen the promo. So does the promo really matter at all? Because they're tuned into the match, they like the match, they haven't seen the promo. Right. So did the promo really benefit the match that much? Because people just wanted to see the match. So it's just a thought I've been having, like, do they really care about that? Is there other ways to do this and tell the stories? While also like maximizing
it also really
time.
Depends on how long it takes you to film that promo, for example. You know, if, and obviously how much money and stuff like you have to invest into that, and then you kind of have to come to a conclusion if it's worth it to you or not. Yeah, it's tough. Like, it's tough balancing that, like, kind of like, oh, I would kind of like to do that stuff, but you know, the masses, they want to see this. So I always struggle with it too. So you just have to like find a middle way. That's what I always try.
One thing I want to touch on, recently I was in a bidding war on eBay, and some bastard was bidding against me like crazy. I was trying to get this CM Punk Elite 28, not Elite 28, WrestleMania 28. And man, it started at like $100. I put in for like 120, 130. And then bang, this guy's going up $5, $5, $5, back and forth, me and him. And it's just going crazy. Like, Jesus, this guy, this asshole got it up to like 250, and I won it. And what
would you say? What would you say to this guy if he was watching this right now?
I mean, you're an asshole because you lost. You lost, and you made me pay $150 extra.
Well, he may have lost, but he may have lost.
He took a chunk of me.
Yeah, he took your wallet with him.
There's probably a good chance also that it's just some kid that.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, fun. No, what I'm thinking is like, what if they had a buddy system where like you get someone to bid on your stuff, like a friend, and just to rise the price? Like, that'd actually be a really smart thing to do. Just rise the price on someone.
Luke, we should definitely.
You guys get into it.
Yeah, we should do that. Oh yeah, really which by the way, yeah, I think it's time to announce it, Luke. I think it's time to announce the brand new eBay page that me and Luke are opening up. We got a lot of stuff not anymore. I mean, like, our first batch kind of got eaten up, but we got some more stuff coming in. But, you know, you're going to get your T-shirts, some of your rare unreleased figures. You know, Lucas knows all about that kind of stuff. And, and
we're also going to try to, because I always know it's a big issue. The shipping from here is expensive to, you know, most of our buyers are in the United States. Mm-hmm. So you're going to be able to buy customs that you've seen in GCW, and Danny is going to be the one to ship it to you, which makes it a lot cheaper.
Yes.
So, yeah.
New eBay page really coming up. Yeah, new eBay page is opened up. I'll get the link in the description. Plus, speaking of links in the description, I want to humbly apologize to everyone who sent me those DMs trying to get shout outs, and I did not hold my end of the bargain. I got so busy working on this stuff as far as FAW and SWE, this Mandy Rose audio drama. It's a lot of stuff on my plate. So again, I apologize for not doing that. I will do my very best to get the links on this video instead of the last one, because, you know, they always want to look at the new thing first. But that's enough about that. That's enough advertising. Well, then again, maybe not so much. Remember, new eBay.
But anyways, I got the CM Punk figure, one of the only CM Punk figures that I didn't have. WrestleMania 28 CM Punk. Happy to have that figure. Had to pay $254. If I see you in public, there's gonna be some violence. All right.
Oh, you're gonna give him the trifecta.
Creation of destruction.
Yeah, the creation of destruction. That crazy ass fucking move.
I was wondering why did it have to be that? Like, are you planning to use that in a video, or like?
You have to wait and see.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, you would never catch me paying no damn $254 fucking dollars for a CM Punk. All right, you never catch me playing that. And I know that wasn't your initial intention to do that, but still,
no.
I would never even try to like bid on something that costs like $150, especially when it's like just a CM Punk, when AEW is going to make their own things anyway.
Yeah, they
just
got me screwed up.
Yeah, they just pre-order that.
Yeah,
but how funny
but that
would
one
it
is
be?
gonna have loose joints though.
How funny would it be if they even took it a step further in the wrong direction? What if instead of like it was actually a CM Punk in his promo gear, other than and not his wrestling gear, and the chase was the wrestling gear. The 1 in 500 was his all-out getup.
I don't think they'd do that. I think the chase would be his return in the street gear.
I don't know.
I'm really confused by
be,
these
really
new
rare.
chases, by the way. Like because now they went to 1 in 3,000 and 1 in 5,000, right?
Huh.
And these things don't seem to be more common. Like if I look on eBay or something like that, they still go for crazy amounts of money.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird, and it's like 10 times the amount made. So
shit. I don't know. I normally don't try and like even think about getting the chase ones. I'm not really that into these AEW figures to the point where I'm gonna spend my life savings on a damn MJF. You know what I'm saying? It's just not happening. I'm very stingy with my money, which is kind of rich considering that I spent over $200 on a fucking YouTube video. But hey, that's passion for you. You know what I'm saying? That's art. And you gotta love your art as much as you love your baby. But as far as like figures go, you'll never catch me spending $18,000 just for a fucking Cody Rhodes that had a slightly different paint job than the original or the regular release. I'm not that kind of guy. And to the people who flip these things, fuck you. That's my message to those guys. And also, ringside, they were charging up the ass for some of these as well, weren't they?
Yeah,
they charged.
I flipped a couple actually.
Oh well, looky. Luke is a flipper. Well, I mean, I guess so am I. Honestly,
there's something I got to touch on that happened today in Melbourne, Australia. Big earthquake, pretty big earthquake, 6.0, which is really big in Melbourne because earthquakes are really rare. It was pretty crazy. I was in the shower, just showering it up, just soaping up. And the whole house shook, man. It was going crazy. I was like, what the hell? I don't want to die naked. And I don't want the ceiling to collapse on me. It was crazy, man. I never experienced an earthquake like that. And I know it's worse in other places. Luke said he gets earthquakes all the time, but this was pretty big for me and people in Australia. And all my figures on my shelf, pretty much like almost all of them, fell off the shelf. And yeah, I got a lot of cleaning to do, which is unfortunate.
I would just call it a day after that. Just save it for tomorrow. Just go to sleep.
I'm not cleaning it until after I finish War Games. Got to finish that first, and then I got a big job to do.
Yeah, no, that because I barely have enough patience when a couple of figures fall out of the fucking audience members section of the arena. Lord forbid all my figures fall from the shelf that I have them displayed on. Hell no, I could not handle that. Because my patience already wears thin when it comes to editing things, and even worse when it comes to cleaning shit up. Okay.
Yeah.
That's just how my brain functions. It is not fun. I'd much rather just probably just go to sleep forever, honestly. Yeah, I'm just glad you're okay. I mean, shit, I never dealt with a fucking earthquake in my life here in Georgia. I dealt with huge snowstorms. There was like a snowstorm that lasted about like a week, like nonstop snow, nothing. It was just piling up. The snow was just piling up. We called it the Snowpocalypse because we didn't go back to school. This was when I was in high school. I think it was like a sophomore or a freshman in high school. And when it started, everyone was like, oh yeah, so much fun. Yeah, we love snow because we love snow, right? Do you get snow where you're at, Nathan?
Nah, only in like the mountains, but nah, not really.
Yeah,
not at all.
So like snow over here where I'm at is very smiled upon because that means snow equals fun and snow equals no school. Snow school.
Yeah. White
that was
Christmas
the same for me back in the day. Yeah.
It's summer in Christmas time here. Just like pool days for Christmas.
Right. That's weird about Australia, right?
Yeah.
And just like But the thing is about this snowstorm is that it lasted for so long that we were worried that we would never go to school again. It's kind of ironic because at first we were like, yeah, fuck school, no more school. And it's like, when the fuck are we going to go back to school? I'm kind of tired of staying inside with this fucking snow outside, you know?
Sounds like lockdowns.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah, it was like the winter COVID. I don't know what to call it. It was we just called it the Snowpocalypse. But that was the last time something monumental happened with the weather at my place where I'm at. I never dealt with a snowstorm. I don't think I even dealt with like tornadoes, really. I mean, there was probably tornadoes.
Oh, well, I hope not. Jesus. Tornadoes.
Yeah. I don't know. Man. I don't know. As a child, I was petrified of the prospect of a tornado coming through my neighborhood.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I always had this like grim fucking image in my head of me getting sucked up by a tornado and getting launched.
Holy shit.
Fatality style into a light post in which
I could only imagine
impaled. You know,
I could only imagine being in the US. I'm pretty sure tornadoes happen quite a bit in the US, don't they? Yeah, that'd be really, really scary.
Yeah.
Jeez.
See, because like also I remember like Universal Studios over here in Florida, they had like an attraction that was, I think it was like the Twister. You know, remember that movie, Twister?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a attraction based on that, and I would watch that. And I was like, wow, is that actually a tornado? Yeah, I never wanted to have a tornado come by my house. And when and one time it was like extremely windy, and I thought it was a tornado. And when I saw a bunch of like stuff fly through my garage, I started freaking out. I was a little kid. I was screaming. I jumped right off from my couch and started yelling, "Mom, fucking tornado!" Right? And I was just petrified. But nowadays it's like, bro, if that happens, I guess that's just my time. I just guess my time is up. I don't know, at this point in my life.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Back in the day, I used to be scared of a lot of things that just kind of just don't get a reaction out of me anymore. Like I used to be afraid of Chucky from Child's Play, like deathly afraid, you know. But nowadays I'm just like, okay, yeah, this little fucker's fucking funny. That's all I think about.
You guys have horror figures? It's Halloween time.
Oh yes, I definitely do. I have a bunch of NECA figures. Yes, I have some Jasons. I used to have 2 Freddy Kruegers, but I sold them on Macari. I'm gonna have to try and get some of those back. I have a Scream ghost-faced figure from NECA. All of these are from NECA. NECA makes the best entertainment. It doesn't even matter what it is. It could be like a video game, it could be a movie, it could be anything. They go above and beyond to make these figures look the best possible. Sometimes
Danny,
they don't.
I'll tell you what, Danny. Throw those figures in a box. 20 million views. Unbox them on YouTube.
No,
easy.
Boy. I don't think I got enough.
Done deal.
Man, maybe so. No, I'll do a setup, a horror setup on my arena, and then
the box is even better. Mix in some WWE figures, and then you have a massive box of WWE and horror figures. They do really well.
Dang.
Yeah, put Marvel Legends in that bitch too. Marvel comic book, horror, and WWE figures. Booyah.
Danny, it's your time. It's your time right now.
Yeah.
Halloween. You're gonna blow up.
Oh my god.
You can make a lot of audio dramas after that.
Oh yes. Of course, do it for the audio dramas. I have plenty of boxes. All this shit. I'll put it in the box and just put it and get my video camera up, which happens to be my phone. So yeah, get ready for that to blow up, guys.
Someone should really tap into that market. It seems huge, but like, I don't know. Horror isn't. I mean, I do like horror stuff like Freddy Krueger. I love Freddy Krueger, but I don't know. I'm not willing to do that just for shits and gigs. Yeah. But Danny, you got some horror figures? Just throw them in a box. Just throw them in a box, unbox it. 20 million views, easy. Done deal.
There you go. And it's gonna happen. You know what? I might as well just fucking do it, honestly.
Might as well, man.
Yeah. The words are shot. And people are gonna be like, "Hey, you copied MDT." Well, Okay.
So did other people.
Yeah, exactly. So did other people. Shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But
One thing I was thinking of is like, I don't know, the draft is coming around. Maybe doing like a draft video. Like that could be fun. Maybe one of you guys want to do it with me.
Draft video.
Do like a little
WSC
draft
versus
ski?
WFC versus FAW versus GCW 3-way
Little-
draft.
3-way draft,
Ooh, yeah.
possibly.
You know what? Let's do that. It doesn't have to be official. It's just, what we would do.
How would that work though if we use the same guys and stuff?
No, like a WWE draft, like Raw and SmackDown. Who would you want to draft? And like you legit like pick people.
Oh, see, that's
we can do that.
See,
that's not
like our actual feds. Because like I got like the whole universe of people. So
Jesus.
Yeah, I feel like that's what Danny was thinking though. So.
Yeah, it was.
Nah, like Raw SmackDown 2021 draft.
Yeah.
Well, then who would be the third? Who would be the third guy? NXT.
I guess so. Braun Breaker for you.
Well, then I guess I'm NXT then because I love me some NXT. Maybe not so much today, but back in the day, hell yeah. So yeah, leave us a comment if you guys want to see a draft video between all three of us. It doesn't have to be part of the podcast. It could be a separate video. I don't know who's gonna upload it, but it's definitely gonna be pretty fun. Put our booking skills to the test, really.
Yeah, I think it could be fun. Definitely down to do that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All these big prospect of videos coming at me at such high velocity. I don't think I can take it all.
Can't wait for Danny to get 20 million views, man. It's gonna be fun.
Sure.
It's gonna be great to see.
Yes, and I can use that money to pay more artists.
Put it into the big Fed. Bang.
Yes.
You're funded.
Boom, funded.
Thank you, NECA.
Thank you, NECA. Actually, yes, sponsored by NECA. Please sponsor me. I love to be the guest sponsored by those guys. They make some wonderful figures. Probably the best on the market when it comes to fucking entertainment stuff. Like I got a bunch of Predators. That's probably one of my favorite franchises. 2018's movie was a bust, but I just love the design of them.
The thing with the horror figures do really well. What about like Marvel Legends? Like, do you reckon they do really well? Because I'm really into Marvel.
Yeah,
like,
I'd be
down
to
do
Legends
that
too. I love Marvel Legends. It's just like I don't know because you got your people who do like Marvel Legends videos like Shartimus Prime and Anthony's Customs and all these other people. But
like I wonder if people really like that, if that's some people would want to see.
I mean, you could just try just show off your collection. Do you have a collection already?
No, but I was thinking of getting it if like people like are into it.
Like for me,
if enough people are into it.
For me, I've been getting these no matter if people were into it or not, because I just love them. I just love figures in general. I love toys, just fucking suit me. Like any toy at all. It doesn't have to be wrestling figures. I love NECA. I love DC stuff, but though there's not a lot of DC superheroes that I like. I only
screw DC.
I only like Batman and maybe Superman. I'm starting to warm up to Superman. I used to hate him because it's like, oh my God, a guy who can do anything. Wow. Such a cool story to be told. Fuck that. But I started to have a bit more appreciation to them because so obviously Marvel takes the movie route. Marvel has the better movies of the D versus DC, obviously.
Yeah.
But have you seen DC's animated films?
No.
Those things slap, boy. Those things are way better than anything Marvel has done in terms of like animation. Only excluding Spectacular Spider-Man and those old 90s cartoons. Those.
I'll tell you what, I don't want to get too far into it, but I feel like Marvel may be going for a downhill the MCU.
Yeah.
The Eternals.
Who cares? Exactly. I saw Shang-Chi the other day, and I was like,
no spoilers.
Right. No. Yeah, it was all right, but it wasn't like anything spectacular. It was really funny.
Yeah. The fight scenes look cool, right?
Yeah, they were cool. Yeah, especially the final fight scene. Yeah, the final fight scene is pretty badass. But like, as far as like
Eternals, oh man, that looks horrible. And it looks like they're really like trying to get into all these different markets and make a bunch of money and stuff. But man, I don't know. I think they're jumping the shark now, and they're trying to do like 4 or 5 movies a year. And yeah, I don't know where you go after Endgame. It's going to be weird. I think it's going to die out.
That's why I kind of checked out after Endgame. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah, like that's it. I saw No Way Home. I didn't really like it all that much. I mean,
you mean Far From Home?
Whatever, Far From Home. Yeah, whatever. I was just like, yeah, Toby's still the best Spider-Man ever. And
I think I'm just excited for Spider-Man because I love Spider-Man and I like Thor. This new version of Thor after Ragnarok was awesome. And the Guardians. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. But other than that, I don't know, man. Yeah. I like Paul Rudd, though. Ant-Man's pretty cool. I like Paul Rudd's like hilarious. So I'll watch anything he's in.
Yeah. Well, as far as like that goes, like literally the only thing that I'm interested in as far as the movies go is just the Spider-Man. And if they were to do a Fantastic Four, they need to build up Doctor Doom to be like the next Thanos level guy, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if Fantastic Four is even that good though. Like, I mean, maybe I'm just judging it off the other movies because they were pretty trash, but I don't know.
I enjoyed the old movies just for the sake of nostalgia because I remember being a kid in elementary school and I would see these toys from Fantastic Four, all those commercials. Bro, toy commercials used to slap. What happened to them? You know, remember freaking Jurassic Park toy commercials and WWE toy commercials back when you were a little kid and you were playing SmackDown versus Raw 2006, 2007, right? Made you want to go out and buy them toys right then and there. Now it's just like, I don't even know. They're not as crazy as they once were.
I also like Doctor Strange. I think his movie was good. But have you seen What If?
Oh, yeah. The episode
Marvel
4 is
the
best. Yeah.
They're actually pretty damn cool. Like the zombie episode. Like I dug that. It was cool.
My favorite one is episode 4 with the Doctor Strange. That thing.
Yeah.
Because I have a thing. Well, not really a thing, but like I enjoy stories when they get depressing. Not for the sake of me, I like pain, but it's like I just love the raw emotion behind them. That's why I really liked the Doctor Strange episode of What If, because it kind of reminded me of what I'm doing with the whole G-Man thing, you know, with the emotions and all that stuff with the audio dramas. I try to evoke these types of emotions with people who are watching it, and I try my very best. I don't know if it's working or not, but you know, I'm trying to get my little director resume going here.
Yeah. Well, I think enough for the Marvel talk. I think we've talked about a lot of interesting stuff in this episode. I think we have one question from the fans. Danny, would you like to tell us all that question?
All right. If we must take it home now, we have one question from last week's episode featuring Harrison. And if you haven't watched that, go watch that now. But as I try to look for this lucky question person, his name is Bob the Alpaca. And he says,
hello, Bob.
Yes, hello, Bob. Bruh, I have one question. Would any of you guys ever bring in the Punjabi Prison match type into your feds? It's one of my favorite underrated match types that I am currently trying to save money to buy the play set. Well, great question, Bob. I think there was only one Punjabi Prison thing ever made, right?
Yeah.
It was by Jax. And didn't it come with like a Batista or what? Because I don't remember.
I know, Luke, what do you think first? Would you ever get it?
I actually just bought it. And now I didn't get the full play set, so I can't tell you if there was a Batista figure or whatever in it. But
did you get the ring with it?
No, I just got the cage because I saw the cage and it was just like 20 bucks.
Outer structure?
About
only the outer structure? Because there's two.
Both.
So how are you going to fit it on a ring when it's specific to that Dax ring?
So I was hoping that it could maybe fit around the main event ring, but it doesn't.
I don't know about the posts. Yeah.
So I'm gonna probably be doing a Punjabi Prison match, but I gotta figure out how to do it without a ring. So yeah, it's probably coming. I'll figure out a way because I kind of feel like, because like if you have Roman Reigns as the tribal chief, I feel like you could kind of do something with that cage, because tribal, the bamboo and stuff. I feel like that kind of fits. So
yeah,
maybe
Yeah.
just
I
don't.
always
Maybe
thought
just
of
don't.
like
Maybe just don't call it a Punjabi prison match.
yeah, because Punjabi, that's what I always thought is like a Indian kind of thing. So I was like,
right,
how would you book that in a Fed when you don't have like Indian wrestlers?
Unless you.
But
do
yeah,
Jinder
the
Mahal.
bamboo. Yeah, that's that could be an interesting idea with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, you just gotta
Sure.
just gotta give it a different name. Maybe like the tribal chiefs lair match, or stupid.
Yeah,
But,
something.
something like that.
Yeah.
But as for me,
What is bamboo like a thing in Samoa, where it's like
I'd imagine.
I would say so, right?
I'd
yeah.
imagine. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
All I know is they use coconuts for literally everything over there. So
Yeah, and
that's
it's like an island. They built their houses out of like bamboo, right?
something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I know. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Yeah, it
just
could be
a
a cool
racist.
idea.
I don't know. But like, as far as I'm concerned with the Punjabi prison match, I probably wouldn't do it, because already as it is, it seems like a really confusing ass match to me. You start from the middle and then you got to go outside, right? You got to escape. And then you have to fight your guy until like a time limit comes out. And then there's an opening and you got to get in it, or else you get stuck on the other side. And then
it's in the ring, but you can also climb out, right?
Think so, yeah.
And then jump.
I think you have to go through the doors.
No,
no?
Because I remember Batista jumping from one cage to the other.
It's just a really complicated match to me. I don't think I'd have fun doing it. And
because
besides,
that thing
just
is
the
really
whole
freaking
functionality.
high. I remember that Batista doing the jump from the cage that was around the ring to the other one.
I'm looking at this Punjabi prison playset, and there's literally no room around the ring where the two cages are. Like there's literally no room to film.
Too, yeah.
How the hell are you supposed to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I
mean, on the
idea.
sides, it's kind of like on the sides, there's no room, but there's a little bit of room. It's hard to explain because it has so many edges.
Yeah, because the photos I'm looking at, they're like all like touching the corners of the post of the ring, and there's only like that little bit of room out there, but you can't like circle around the ring.
Right. Yeah, you can't circle around it. That's true.
Maybe if you like constructed it in a different way and made it kind of like a different kind of match.
Yeah, I feel like that could work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Because like as a visual, it could be cool. So
yeah.
They just go for a couple of cool little Instagram photos, honestly. But I don't know about like a whole match. Like I'm tapping out on that regard. I could never do a Punjabi prison match. Mostly because like I don't have Great Khali in my face. I don't have Jinder Mahal. He's not really a big guy that I had any plans with in the first place. And Roman Reigns is dead. He got killed by Muertes. So what the hell am I going to be doing with a Punjabi prison match?
If I was going to get it, I would make it like a different match because it doesn't look like you could film in there. So I think that's what you should do if you're going to do it.
Try to finagle something. But if that's all we got to say as far as that question goes, thank you, Bob, for the spectacular questions. And all you other viewers out there, don't be afraid to ask them questions and make them good. Okay, maybe you'll be featured on the next episode. But as far as this one, it was a little bit of a chill sesh with all of your favorite Feder guys. We're really sad that MDT could not make it this time, but hopefully next week all the squad will be present. But as for now,
maybe with a guest too.
Maybe with a guest. Leave us the suggestion of who you want. Maybe it's Balor Figs. Maybe it's W3A. Maybe it's, dare I say, Grimm's Toy Show? No, don't know. You're gonna have to wait to find out. But as for this episode, I think we've about covered the amount of time we can speak for, guys. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So, Luke, sign us off because I do it every week. I'm kind of getting tired.
All right. I would say thank you for watching, everyone. And check out the New Japan G1 Climax. Like already the tournament just started off, and some of the best matches of the year I've already seen there. So definitely check that out if you want to see some good wrestling. Otherwise, you can watch WWE and AEW too.
Or you can watch WSC.
Or you can watch
watch it live.
Wait for, or you can wait for FAW SWE show. Wait for that. Get
if you're not happy, if you're not happy for the real
matches,
stuff, watch the.
We all
matches.
do better matches. Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of why we do it, I feel. So yeah, but that's it for this time. Check that stuff out, and we see you all next week.
See ya.
Bye.